behavior patterns. He's a complete monster. He probably changed his ways now. I don't know, but for the most part, when we was younger, he had those behaviors, and I ignored it because I was his friend,
Yeah.
So I'm not proud of uh doing that to Jennifer. So this is my chance to apologize. This is my chance to give back to help her, help the women that may have been hurt in the past and don't have a voice. So that's what I'm here for right now, to show her support, constant support, to show her that you don't hold it in. Don't be fearful to speak the truth. If your innocence been taken by someone that's a monster. So that's
Yeah.
basically it.
Thank you so
Do you
much,
have
Corey.
any questions for me?
Sean or Sipping Socialites, do y'all want to ask? Because y'all know I heard this before. Sean, your mouth dropped.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was
No,
muted. Sorry. Um,
I just had to, my thing is, I just had to be real. I couldn't allow Jennifer to keep suffering in his guilt, because his guilt is the one that made everybody around us be guilty to drown her, to make her change her life, when she didn't do nothing as a kid but she was a beautiful woman. She didn't do nothing. Now she had to live in this shameful guilt that he displayed on her, because he's a monster, to live in fear throughout her whole life, and that's unfair. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm speaking up.
Didn't you say you witnessed Nikki, Kenneth hit Nikki?
Yeah, one day we was on a block and they got in. Nikki, he was dealing with a female, a grown female, and Nikki was a little child. And then Nikki went behind the grown female back and had sex with him, and then they caught up with it. Caught up with her. Then he
Hold up, your sound went out. Corey.
calling. Somebody keep calling. That's why. He
Oh,
came. Then he came and was mad and then slapped her under the car, and I had to get in between that, like, nah, you can't do this to her, because like you chose to, what I'm saying, have sex with her. Like, you can't do that because your girl about to kick you out, nigga. Don't abuse her. And that's what happened to Nikki. I helped Nikki as well. And
and
how old
and
was Nikki and Kenneth at that time? Can you recall?
she was a kid.
Okay.
She was a kid. I can't, probably 16, maybe 16 years old.
so
And
he
his
would have
age?
been
Yeah.
22. He would have been
Or
29.
15. He could have been. It was when he came home from prison. That's when he did that. So he probably was 21. Yeah, around 21. She was 15.
And I know a lot of people are going to ask, I think we talked about this last night, but if you want to tell everyone, because they're going to be like, why is he speaking out? And I know you told us last night, but if you could tell them that incident of why, I mean, I know you said to protect Jennifer, but I don't think a lot of people know the actual incident that made you say, fuck you, Kenny.
Basically, he thought that like we had a falling out, a little argument, and he think everything exploded. He with Nicki Minaj, so he was thinking in his brain, everybody hating on me, right? And he accused me of going to TMZ. So I'm like, why would I go to TMZ? You know what I mean? That ain't what I do. And that's basically why, not saying that's why, but I'm speaking the truth for Jen. You know, I hate that she's getting victim shamed because she's speaking her truth. and nobody don't believe her truth. Her truth is her truth. And you as a human being, I felt that I owe that to her because of what I've done. You know, putting the pressure on her, not believing her 20 something years ago. So I'm like, all right, well, I I went to TMZ. I might as well tell the real story. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just hold back. Like like in black communities, you is not to go to police. You is not to do certain things. Speak out. What's under swept under the rug is swept under the rug. But my thing is, no, I'm gonna speak the truth and help this woman out because I seen the scar. I seen how fearful she is. I seen how like she became a insecure woman. She want to wear stuff that's not to show the world. Like she's not out there like that. She's not trying to get fame off you. She just want to get y'all to leave her alone and let her live. You know, and it is no fault in that. So I just felt the need. I know he's my close friend. Hopefully the message get out there and they believe me too. You know what I mean? They will believe me because her truth is the truth. He did what he did. He
Right.
took the plea. So that's why I came forward because the truth is the truth, and I'm tired of people saying that she's lying or you know, she didn't go through whatever she went through.
So I have a question. With the situation with this alleged woman or young lady that was living with a disability that he allegedly may have, done something to, that situation was before Jennifer. So
Right.
with you,
That was
so
before
with
her.
right. So with you knowing that information and then hearing this about Jennifer, I know most, time, people will link, like two and two together, and just be like, oh, well,
Right.
okay, if allegedly he did this to old girl, why wouldn't he, have done this? So
Right.
for you to believe Kenneth, my question right here is, what in Kenneth made you believe that Jennifer was lying at the time, knowing the information that you had already may have known about what he did to this girl with the disability?
We didn't believe the girl with the disability. God rest her soul.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? We always brush that under the rug. You get what I'm saying? But
Okay.
when the pattern keep going, even with my stepsister, the pattern kept everything in the behavior patterns. You know what I mean? And I hate to, growing up as a kid, you know, you naive. You have an immature mind. At the
Yeah.
time, I was a follower. He was a friend of mine that probably influenced my mind at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But we pretty like we them niggas. I never do that to that bum chick. You get what I'm saying? Or I never do that to this person.
Right.
And that's what we believed.
So then
So
firsthand how like some people that are Nicki Minaj fans, that can assume the same thing.
right,
Like Nicki wouldn't do, something in this nature. So it's kind of like how you felt, coming up, like Kenneth, that's my friend. Like, no, he wouldn't do that, type of
right,
situation. So you get that firsthand
right,
then.
right. So that was the whole thing. I was just like, not you see how the ball thinking what? That's how I was.
Mm-hmm.
I like I said, I was the main person threatening Jennifer when we was younger. And that I'm sorry for that, because if I have nothing but I have, you know, females, I have a daughter, I have God rest my mother. My mother told me, do the right thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta do the right thing. As a kid, and I'm gonna give y'all a brief story. As a kid, when he moved in, you know, I could do I could have, my female friends over. he could do the same. Long story short, one day I had my female friend over, and me and my female friend was having sex, and he tried to walk in. I didn't allow it. Some female friends went for certain things, some didn't.
Mhm.
Long story short, I stopped him many times, like, no, she's not with it, bro. No. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I'm not proud of that. His behavior showed that this is what he likes to do, you know? So I'm not proud of my past, but I'm proud of my future because I'm
Yeah.
being real. And I'm just telling the truth. I'm letting the truth set me free. So
Yeah. I have one last question. If you could have a rational conversation with Kenneth, what would you say to him?
it wouldn't be no conversation. There's no conversation for him. It's no conversation. It's nothing to even say to him
Yeah.
because he's a monster. He don't like a person that won't admit to their wrongs. Is like I can't. It's nothing to talk to them about. It's actions that have to happen to him.
Yeah.
Like I tell Jennifer, I'm not gonna uh, be supportive with the lawyer. That ain't what I do. I don't want to see him in jail. I want to see him in hell. You know, and that's just my intake on my like that's what I want. I don't want to see him in jail. I want to see him in hell, and he's living in his own hell because guess what? The truth done gonna set you free. What's in the dark come in the light. So
Do you think,
that's
Corey,
all.
that there's other people that this might have happened to, that he might have assaulted that y'all don't know about? Because I know I got an email from someone when I first started talking to Jennifer, and the person told me that Kenneth Petty raped them when they were under 10 years old and he was around 16. And I talked about that in January on my YouTube channel too. And the person does not want to be known, but they said that, he was an older boy from the neighborhood. They wanted me to know that Jennifer was not lying. And I remember I told everybody about that. And I don't know if that's the person that you are talking about, that you said was disabled. Well, you said she's passed away. So this is a
Yeah,
different person.
she passed away.
So
Yeah,
do you
she
think
passed
those
away.
are the people?
I don't know, but I know I was getting a lot of inboxes as well before they deleted all my Instagram pages. That I'm happy that you being a voice for us because there's a lot of stuff that happened in that neighborhood that you know we shouldn't be proud of. And he was one of the problems. So it's
Yeah.
possible, but I know he did that to Jennifer. So I'm just gonna speak the truth on that. You know,
Sipping
and
socialite. Go ahead.
with the girl that was disabled and the things that I seen and with my sister, I seen that. So he can't tell me that he didn't have sex with my sister when she was 13 going on 14 years old. He got kicked out my house for that. He can't tell me that this girl used to see him and cringe when she see him. He can't tell me that. He can't tell me that he didn't do that to Jennifer. He copped out for that. He took a plea deal. So let let the record reflect. Yeah, his behaviors show it goes back to him being who he is. That's why he shouldn't. That's why he should always be a registered sex offender. You know,
Do you think
and giving a brief story, huh?
do you think that with all this drama going around him that Nikki will eventually drop him?
I know both of them. Of course, right now you can't imagine her staying with him, right? And the moment you get with this person, you losing everything. So eventually it's gonna catch up to her and she gonna realize, look, I gotta let you go. Yeah. She gonna get rid of him.
That's the
Even if
best
she
thing.
don't look, but if she don't, that's on her.
I don't think Nikki will. I think Nikki has a point to prove with
Yeah,
Kenneth. I think Nikki is very hard headed, like a lot of us. You know, I'm hard headed. I've been very stubborn, you know, with a lot of situations. But like I said, I use Whitney Houston as an example. She knew that her and Bobby were not going to work. She knew that they should separate, but she just did not want to give people that I told you so. She just did
yeah.
not want to give people that. So she stood in that relationship and she went through hell, you know, while she was in it. And to Bobby too, he went through a lot as well, you know, throughout the relationship. But I don't think Nikki's going to let him go. I think Nikki feels that she has a point to prove, and
Yep.
she's with him. And you know, Nikki's, you know, always been prone to be one of those people that's going to do what she wants to do. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you stay to teach her words as a 15-year-old, allegedly a 15-year-old being slapped down by this same individual, I mean,
Right. He abused her. So, but at the end of the day, love is blind. Maybe she fell back in love, and it blinds her to the fact that he's a monster. You know, and that's just basically it.
I think the
But
protection that he gives her, I
Yeah.
think that shields the,
Yeah.
you know, the everything else.
You know
You
what else,
know,
Sean? Him
yeah.
not being able to leave because he don't have no money. What is
Nothing
Bummy?
to do, nowhere to he's there just being like basically like our humble servant. I mean,
Yeah.
not literally servant, but like one of the best men on the planet. You know, she know he's not cheating. She know he's not. I mean, there's a lot of things that she would have to worry about with the partner she had before that she doesn't necessarily have to worry about with Kenneth. So he gives her a different type of security, and I think that with that security that he gives her, she feels safe. She knows that he's going to protect her. She knows that he'll jump in front of a bullet for her. Like, I mean, she
right,
stated these things live. You know, so with having that type of protection, you know, I think that, you know, she shields everything else. You know, everything else that a person has to say, I think that it falls on deaf ears, you know, honestly.
right. So, like you said, he her protector, and she know that he gonna be her sacrifice. She gonna sacrifice him. Like I'm telling you, that's what it is. She gonna
Not the
sacrifice him, knowing
Illuminati.
that all right, it's time to sacrifice you.
He's basically her pit bull, her cat.
Yeah.
Her attack dog.
We were saying that
Yeah.
last time on Clubhouse. That's
I mean,
exactly.
if you listen on Queen Radio, she said to her own self, you know, don't talk to me, talk to my husband. You know, I mean, she said
Yeah,
that
I
on
said
multiple
that.
occasions, a protector, you know, somebody
That's
to
what I
protect
said.
her. Yeah.
You know what? I first heard Armand Wiggins say that a lot of men in the industry are very aggressive towards Nikki, and she's not tired of that. So
Mm-hmm.
she said that shit to I think academics, Joe Budden,
Go
don't
button.
be address my husband.
My husband, yes.
That's what she wanted that nigga for. A man that's got his own money, he might not have time to be out here beating niggas up for you. But
But why did she never say that about Safari or Nas or, you know,
yeah,
any of the
and
other
she
musicians?
said they want to protect her. She don't want just protection. She wants an ignorant nigga that's gonna risk it all. Not somebody that's
And,
gonna
and,
have
and
a good
he gonna risk and he gonna risk it all for her.
He will. He
Cause
will risk it.
he look,
and that's what
he'd
she
do
wants.
anything for
That's the
money.
difference.
He'd do anything for money. He
Because you
like
can
to
find
live the
somebody,
lifestyle, he'd do anything for it.
yeah, you can find somebody that's got things going for them and they will protect their woman, but that's different. She wants somebody that's gonna be real ignorant and get in everybody's face. That's what she wants.
Right.
Because what does he have? He don't have nothing.
I mean, he is overly aggressive. When we looked at the situation when she was overseas, I believe
She
she was in
went to
Trinidad.
Trinidad
Yeah,
to,
and
and you
he's
know what she did when she took him to Trinidad? She took that man to a girl's home. To a girl's Trinidad went off on her about wanted to bring this registered sex offender to a girl's home. It's like she did the same thing with Rihanna's niece. She's purposely putting that man around children. It's so weird. It's so weird. That's more of her though. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I don't care.
But I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I gotta handle a few things.
Thank you.
Jennifer, Nosey, I appreciate like I appreciate you for supporting Jennifer through her troublesome times, because without your voice, without your platform, a lot of times she wouldn't have been heard. She wouldn't have had that brave, that braveness about herself right now. You know, she would still be in the shadows, still taking the mental abuse from the people that say she was lying. You know, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you for that. And thank everybody for the support of Jennifer, because Lord knows it's millions of women that probably went through this and didn't have a voice. And now that Jennifer is fighting against oppression of that of rape, is a great thing, you know. And is and I salute to everybody that's tuned in, you know, continue to support. And if be the voice, if something ever happens to you, be the voice. Don't allow nobody to take your voice away. With money, without money, with you, without support, just stand on your truth.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
just shared your Instagram, so everybody. I just linked Corey. I tagged him on my post on Instagram, so if you want to go follow him, it's on my page. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Corey.
And I appreciate you having me. And y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. You
And
too.
if you ever need me again, I'll be there for you. If you ever in trouble, I will fly to you. Know you know that.
Thank you.
You
I
know, cause
too.
all right, you know that.
Thank you so much, Corey.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, appreciate you.
Okay, you too. Do y'all want to say anything else before we wrap up? Woo.
I just want to say thank you so much for including me in all of this. I super duper appreciate you. You know, I've always been wanting to collab with you and do something with you, so I really appreciated it. And I truly enjoyed myself. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Sippin. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Jen. And also thank you again, Nosey, for giving me the platform to be able to apologize to Jen, because that was
Yeah,
really weighing heavy on me. So I just really appreciate the chance to being able to do that, because
yeah,
it was really weighing heavy on me. So I'm glad that I got, now I feel so much better. I feel like a weight, you know, it's off me, because I felt that she deserved that apology. So I
yeah.
just want to thank you, you know, so much
I hope
for
you
having.
stream this on your channel. Feel free.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. I ain't want to do it without your permission, but
Yes, go ahead.
so,
Because people need to see it. You know, I don't care. I want her story out there. I want his story out there. Everybody needs to see it.
yeah, so it will be being streamed. Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you for having me, and I will come back anytime. So you just keep
Yes.
right on over here for you,
Keep
girl.
it in the comments. We want to see them do celebrity news. Child.
Period. We got you. I got you. I'm here. You name it. You just tell me the place. Drop the link, and I'm on my way, girl. So yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you so much,
All
Nosy. I
right.
love you.
All right. See you later. Different socialites. Girl, you want to say something?
Yes. I wanted to do this a little early, but I'm gonna do this right now. One in
Oh, yeah.
five girls are sexually abused. Okay. One in four black girls will be sexually abused before the age of 18. While every time a black woman, a biracial, or woman, period, comes out into this world and share their story of trauma, people do this thing where they discredit victims when we all know a victim or we're a victim ourselves. This has to stop. So my message to the barbs, because I'm a barb, but I'm a grown one. We got to start holding Nikki accountable for her actions and get out of this standum, because at the end of the day, we don't have a heaven and hell to put no one in, but everyone is human. They will fuck up. And this man in her life, hold on, this thing went off on my phone, is a complete fuck up. And
I'm
I want him to be held accountable. I want Nikki to be held accountable. And I stand with the victim, period.
yes.
I stand with Jennifer, period.
Yes. Thank you,
And
girl.
thank you for having me. Also, just to give you Nosy Hoes some promo, if you are on Clubhouse or you want to access Clubhouse, please do so. Nosey has started a club over there. The last I checked, it was a few hours ago. She had 110 members. Last night on Clubhouse, it went up.
It went
Okay,
down.
it went all the way up and down, all the way through. We had celebrity bloggers in the room with Grammy Award winning people in the room. It's definitely a good platform. Support her, support her multiple avenues of just getting the news out there. There is a time to gossip and there's a time to get real. And when this comes along with me also being a victim myself, this stuff is important, and these are the stories that people need to hear, because this type of thing should no longer be swept up under the rug as if that person does not matter. Jennifer matters, and if you are a sexual assault victim or a victim of child abuse, you matter. Period.
Yes. Yes.
And
Girl,
thank you
thank
for having
you.
me, girl. You're
Yes, no
welcome.
problem. Come back too.
I will. You got my information. You all have
Yeah.
a good night.
All right. Good night, girl. Y'all, thank y'all so much. We're gonna, of course, continue with this conversation and talk more about it. I'm putting the link to my Clubhouse. I'm gonna be using Clubhouse. I know I set it up a while ago and I never used it until yesterday, but I'm gonna start using it more often. I'm on Clubhouse right now while I'm on Twitch. So everybody just please follow. I'm gonna continue doing celebrity news like I've been doing for almost a year. And I'm going to continue to support Jennifer. And anytime I get any information that Jennifer wants me to put out, I will. I've always told her anytime she wants me to say anything, I gladly will. Anytime she needs to say anything on my platform, she's always welcome. I know some of you are like, this is new information, but I promise y'all, I had a YouTube channel and I met Jennifer in December and I met Corey in January. And the same story that he just told y'all, he told us in January on my channel. It's just that Nicki Minaj and Tasha K and Kenya Monique Gibson Harrison all came together and got my channel deleted on YouTube. So, all of my hard work, all of my evidence is gone, but that's fine because we're planting new seeds now. Okay, so everybody, please make sure you're following me. Feel free to share the content. If you share my video on your channel and you don't credit me, I'm striking the fuck out of you. I'm letting you know. And Sean can share freely. Everybody knows me and Sean. But those of you who come in here and you can't stand me, you don't like me, and you want to take my content, I'm letting you know I'm going to. Nosey Whole Life LLC is going to strike you. It's easy to credit somebody when you use their shit. This is my work. I'm doing this. Just letting you know, boo. So I'll see y'all tomorrow with more celebrity news. I want to do it tonight. I think we're gonna do it tonight. It's only 7:30. I just need to eat, and I'm gonna come back probably around like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we'll do celebrity news because I'm behind. I'm behind on the Karen Civil mess. Like I'm behind on all the celebrity news. So hopefully everybody is following me here on Twitch, and you turn your notifications on. If you're watching on or listening on Clubhouse, please come over to Twitch later, maybe in an hour or an hour and a half when I do celebrity news. And join us when we discuss that. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for supporting Jennifer. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Yes, get your Clubhouse together. I dropped the link like 20 times. We'll be back with celebrity news because I need to catch up. I'm behind, and I want to talk about Wendy Williams. I really want to talk about Wendy. I want to talk about like everything that's going on with Karen. I want to do a whole episode on Karen Civil alone. So I might leave that, but I want to get into what Jason Lee said today about Nikki. Like y'all know I love to gossip about these celebrities. I love to talk about their fucking business. I love being in the middle of their mess. Yes, we're going to do Wendy. I'm not sleepy, so I'm going to be up. So, normally I'm old. I'll take my old ass to bed, but I'm going to be up and we're going to get into the celebrity mess. So follow me here on Twitch. Follow me here. Turn on your notifications and follow me on Clubhouse, and I'll see y'all in about an hour. Know the whole lot where the mess resides. Bye, y'all. Messy resides. Hey, know the whole lot where the messy resides. Where the messy resides. Where the messy resides. Know the whole lot where the messy resides. Know the